SparStar Promotions is proud to present 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division. This bout is sponsored in part by Rejuvenating. Once again, our referee in charge of this bout, Franklin McGarrett. And now, introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, he is wearing black trunks. He is training out of the Body Shop in Hawaiian Gardens by way of Compton, California. He weighed 180 pounds. His record, 2 wins, 2 losses with 1 win. Coming by way of stoppage, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Cobe Hatcher! His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing seafoam green trunks, trimmed in blue and yellow. He is training out of Tomaselli's Academy, Santa Ana, California. He weighed 180 pounds. His record, 3 wins, 5 losses with 2 wins. Coming by way of stoppage, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Idris Niiazi. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the middleweight division.
Okay. This is our 4th fight? Yeah, this is our 4th fight.
This is our 4th fight.
All right.
And yes, we are seeing right now, Cobe Hatcher was waiting, chomping at the bit to get this fight going, and now he gets his wish.
Hatcher coming out southpaw.
Ooh.
Good leg kick from Niiazi. Catching that leg.
That heel right there, maybe trying to make sure that he's not going to take any damage and make sure he can control his opponent for just a split second there. Nice work from both those gentlemen.
That looked like, was that an axe kick?
Yeah, it was a little bit of an axe kick. It was had some nice little power to it.
Don't see that very often in MMA.
Yeah, there is some power in those legs. And that is a great takedown right there. Well done. Good read there.
Yes, excellent level change, and he did it reactionary off of the strikes, and that he did great timing on that. Very nicely done.
And picks him up and says, "I'd like you to go to the other side of the cage, sir."
I wonder if he's bringing him over towards his corner.
I was wondering that as well, and if he did, it looked like he did it with ease. And lifts him up and goes for another slam, this time even closer to the edge of the cage.
Trying to clear off this overhook from Hatcher. Those can lead to some very bad things for the person on top.
Yeah.
It's one of the few good offenses that you can actually get started.
And from that closed guard position, and more importantly, it breaks the posture down, which really helps you from that closed guard. So the more that you're able to drag down your opponent, the more it weighs on them. It can really be harder for them to slam you. But if you look at it, he's been able to slam with no problems multiple times. So it does back to the question, where is the transition we're going next year, John?
Yeah, he's they're getting a little bit scary for a second. He had one arm in, one arm out. It just looked like he was maybe in triangle territory. But passing the guard, so nicely done. No harm, no foul. Getting, it looks like he's, what is he? Is that, he's going for a guillotine? I can't see where his hands are. Yeah, he went over the back of the head. Now he's cross-facing again.
At least a good crossface. This is going to give him some good control. If he's monitoring the hip, it's going to maintain that position. But instead, he opts now to go straight to mount. And this is going to be a good place for 40 seconds, John. Yeah,
and you can see our matchmaker Heather in the back in the pink. And perhaps that's where he was taking his opponent, because just let him know that you need some tougher opponents out here. Heather, what are you doing? Right?
Or just saying, like, Heather, watch what I'm about to do.
Very possible.
There's a nice head and arm triangle at least set up here. He may not have enough time, but that's at least a good start. At the very least, it's going to make him look very, very good in this first round.
Yeah, Hatcher looked much more dangerous on the feet, so if this is not finished, then perhaps that could dramatically change the outcome.
I mean, I imagine there's good pressure there. The one thing I would love to see on that was maybe just that forehead touching that mat a little bit more to kind of lock it up. when your forehead's a little up like that, people have that little pocket of air. And you know when somebody's got that good head and arm choke, John Evans. But when they have it, John Evans, sometimes it can be debilitating. I'm not saying anybody on this commentary team has a very good head and arm choke, but one of us has a very annoying one. and it does make a difference on head positioning and how you're able to lock it up.
Yep.
And we've seen people who can finish with that head up a little bit more. They got that good squeeze, or they got that good mechanic of how they position their head. It just gives you more assurance a little bit in that particular area on occasion.
Correct, yeah. If the head's up like that, typically, unless you're extremely strong, it can be difficult to finish that one. So, very good point there. Niiazi doing a great job passing the guard and getting to mount. The finish looked like he was rushing a little bit. I think he knew that he was short on time and pushing through. Did not have a great angle on it, but just, at that point, it's like, the round's about to end, so you just got to give it all you can. And
why not make that effort? You never know. Worst thing
absolutely.
is you just get the good position, you end the round on top and in a dominant position. But we now go to our second round. This is, again, as we're reminding you guys, this is 3-3-minute rounds. So very intrigued to see how this round plays out, especially now that you do have Cobe standing up and now with an underhook looking to try and off balance. That one's not going to work as well.
Went for the Uchimata, but then great reversal from Niiazi. Put Hatcher right back down and looking for, was that an Americana?
Yeah.
And he gets the submission.
In an instant. Most people here didn't even process the fact that he was able to get it. That's how quickly he was able to put it on. He recognized the position, and I think the audience is stunned. I think they didn't expect that to happen, or they wondered if something like an injury happened there.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you saw an Americana finish in an MMA bout? That's regardless if it's amateur or professional, whatever. That's it's just unusual to see. Idris, I don't think it was Hatcher being like not having great defense or being caught by something that doesn't work. I think Idris actually had like just a really good angle on it, and just caught Hatcher out with it.
I think if we see a replay here in a second, I think what we're going to be looking at is he was going for that trip, kind of that Uchimata that you were talking about, right? And then when that happens, he says, all right, let me reverse the position, which is not necessarily always wrong. The miscalculation here is, now we're going to look at this. Okay.
Oh, this is from the first
earlier.
round.
That was a great takedown here. So we're looking a little bit at the greatest hits of this fight. But when you look here, it looks like a pull of guard, like as a result of trying to change the option. Now we're going to see over on the side, I think the referee is unfortunately in our way, but the angle on it should give you enough to show just the little bit of torque that it takes to get that. And the tap happens right there, and I think that's filling in some holes for the audience. But it happens so fast. This is all in slow motion here. Now you're going to see the back angle on it. You saw the trip. This is what the angle we had during the live portion when we were commentating, and you almost think it's a magic trick, but it is an effective maneuver when you can't move your other hand.
Yeah,
one hand's compromised.
This was super interesting too, because so what happened is that Hatcher threw the Uchimata. Idris was able to counter it, or at least weather the storm, and then he countered it with a Polish throw. I didn't see that until the replay. It was a really nice from over-under Polish throw. Puts Hatcher on his back, and then there's this. It had a sneaky setup where you wait for your opponent's arm to come across by your forehead, and you just catch it in an instant Americana. Beautiful stuff.
Well, let's find out the official decision here and what one has to say.
Due to a verbal submission from an Americana, our winner in the red corner, Idris Niiazi.
That's right, fans. That was quick. How you feeling, brother? I feel good, man. Especially everybody calls me a lot of meat. So I can say our work dedication and let's get that steak tonight. And who are you training with? I see Joe Morera. I see right there. Joe Morera, my Google's, Mike, myself. So all they say is our work and dedication. That's all they need. That's all they need. Consistency. That's it. All right. And when you guys come cars, everything got super. All right, by the way, go ahead and enjoy that steak. Once again, fight back.